seriously, playing devil's advocate, if you were faced with a senior person in an organization who was on the fence about LeSS, kind of liked what it was saying, but was a little bit unsure, and there was one thing you could say to that person, a nice thing that someone else has said, something you've observed to help kind of tip them one way or the other. Right? What is the one thing you could say to that person to maybe kind of dissuade them off of the fence?
That's a difficult question. One would I say, it all depends on their appetite. I would say experiment with one or two teams and see what happens, right? And do it properly for a month, if they can afford a month, and see what happens. Because to be honest, the learning is in doing it. The learning is in not talking about it. We know that people may see a pretty picture of whichever framework it is, and they can get swayed by that it does solve every problem. But when you start using it, then only you know whether it is solving or not. So rather than going too far and spending too much money, if you have teams and you want to run for a month or two and then just check if it works for you or not, and then you go from there. Which I'm not saying that they would see success in 2 months, but they would see what it takes for them to go to that journey itself. Because to be very honest, majority of the challenges in software product development is building product. It's not about talking about product. It's not about building the backlog. These all things influences that. The real thing is that can you build something in 10 days and show it, whatever it is, right? And then can you build that sustainably? And if you cannot do that, then it doesn't matter what framework you're doing it, using it, right? You may write pretty requirement, nice requirement, even for the 2 week, but if those can't get translated into a product, something can see and criticize it or love it, then it's useless.
Well, say useless. It might have kept people busy for a few months. Might make sure
Yes.
the devil makes work for idle hands. That's what they say, isn't it? So perhaps it stops them from, I don't know, picking their nose or doing something else unsavory. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. I've been to many organizations where I have pretended that I'm working while I was not working in that case because it was so dysfunctional that you couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
so I have that experience as well.